What's going on? It's me, Slippery Jim Mate. I have no idea what to call this video, so if you have an idea, stick it in the comments because I... loot from 400 synthesis memory maps that I ran before I did the 100 Forgottens, but I ran them to see what synthesis bases I could get with the 1% chance. Doesn't exactly roll off the tongue. Or maybe... I mean, the reason I did it was I just wanted a fuck ton of the, like, unique boss drop rings, so maybe this can be called loot from 104 to 400 runs of boss synthesis map loot drops, loot map synthesis, loot from 400 synthesis map drops for farming synthesis map drops to specifically get unique rings and then IDing them in a later video. Hey, anyway, this, yeah, I've got clips and they're multiplying, and I'm losing control, and the power charges, I didn't get any, get fucked. I did do a couple of, like, shadow play, good exalt drops kind of thing. I got a shit ton of T1 drops, like, not a lot of T1 drops, maybe maybe one T0, I don't know. Didn't get any Voltaxics, surprisingly enough. Didn't get any Skyforths, so maybe no T0s, but I got a bunch of T1 drops, which I'll show you. Not the reason that I'm going to be showing you stuff, but I'm just going to go through everything really slowly, and while I'm remembering it, yeah. So what I did was Uncharted Realms, Vivid Memories, basically everything in the synthesis area, and then I ran 400 synthesis memory maps to get 3 synthesized implicit modify unique boss drops and... not that one. 1% chance to drop synthesized items and 100% increased effective additional modifiers and synthesized unique maps, but I don't know what that does. But I'm assuming it just gives me more loot. The synthesized maps, just by default, have 100% quant. I'm speaking so much better and thinking so much better compared to that Maven video, and I apologize for that one. It dropped 64 Maven Invitation to Forgotten, so it's not enough to sustain, considering I ran 100. And a bunch of other weird shit, and 5 stacked decks. Basically, I full cleared the maps. There's 4 different layouts. The augmented one is the most painful, but has the most monsters. The park one is the shortest, but probably has the least amount of loot. The nice in-between one are the 2 that I can't remember the name of. There's one that's like a basilica layout, that's pretty nice, and the siege one is pretty sexy too. I like the siege one specifically because there's a monster in it that's like a curtain and he does little spinny moves, and he has inspired me to try Spectres again, maybe next league or the league after. I really wanted as a Spectre because it's so fucking cool looking. That's all I remember. Fuck the bosses, I hate them. Let's open the stack decks. Wow. 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 And wow. Shit. Something worth mentioning. I picked up basically everything in the maps, but I didn't record the fossil drops or the divination card drops or the map drops, even though there's a shit ton. I didn't record them. They're here. I have most of them. And when I say most of them, I mean I gave a lot away. I mean, I know this dropped there, and I know this dropped there, and I know this dropped there, and I know that dropped there, and I know most of these ones dropped there. And I also know that a large fuck ton of these ones dropped there. But I also know that I had about 80 pristines before I started, so maybe that's not accurate. Shit ton of fossils. It's not accurate numbers on the fossils, the maps, or the div cards because about 40 to 80 of the 400 maps, people helped me clear it. Like, I ran to the boss, killed the boss, and then I backed out, and then I brought in a guy to clear it with the intention of just saying, whatever fucking drops, it's yours. If there's a good synthesized base, we split it. And only one good synthesized base came from doing that, so I'm splitting with all the people that helped me, like, a 3-way split, so I get, like, some of the money, they get some of the money, and other people get some of the money. Okay. Going through it all, got a couple of flasks. I got this, that's pretty cool. 3 of those is pretty cool. It's not what we're here for. Some shit to ID, including some face breakers. Hey, guess the face breaker numbers. I'm going with 783. I think that's my usual guess, 783. Guess them, put them guesses in the comments. We'll ID them in a sec. Stuff that's T1 bases. This was weird. Convoking one with the squiggly, I kept it because it was cool. There's a lot of synthesized bases that I kept, not because they're worth a lot of money, but I kept them because they're cool. 738, bam. 619. Okay, well, just everyone's already did their comments for, like, for the roll, so that's that one. So now do the comments again for this one. You can reuse the same number if you like. Cool bases that I'm cool drops that I'm gonna pull out. The maps I've already said they were like 100 quant, right? So that's a cool drop. That's a cool drop. This is a cool drop in my eyes. Got a Carcass Jack, got one of these. Some of the stuff can drop corrupted. It's one of the modifiers on the map. There's a lot of modifiers on synthesized maps. One of them is also the maps. Everything that drops there are eye level 80, or the monsters are eye level 80 guaranteed, but there's a modifier that can make eye levels drop 6 levels higher, or monsters are 6 levels higher. Next one's 738 is 736. Oh, it was 2 off, so close. There's a modifier that can show up that drops monsters have 6 levels higher, or items drop 6 levels higher, so you can get eye level 86 shit. You'll know when you're in one of those maps, because the occasional time that I did get at those maps, I also coincidentally had, like, monsters drop shaper items, and the amount of shit that wasn't on my filter and then suddenly was on my filter because it's all high level 86 shaper items is a metric fuck ton compared to like elder to shaper. So elder, and then like shaper. Yeah. Can I search for eye level 86? Probably not. Cool. Not as much as I thought, honestly. But I don't know why these giant shields are showing up on my filter, but it doesn't matter. They're okay. Back to cool stuff. This is a cool thing. This is cool because it showed up a corrupted thing. This was a parameters one. If it's already identified and not corrupted, that means it dropped from a boss using the Atlas mechanic. I'm pretty sure there's an Ice Fang in here that happened like that. Basically, if you ever get a unique dropped from a boss and it's pre-identified, it could have been a headhunter because it drops league specifics. Are you Sackwall Tornado? Let's go. Drill Knife's pretty cool. Do you want me to ideal this shit? I should ideal this shit and price it. Right? Oh, look at that. I got one of these. Might of the Meek. That's pretty cool. Got some bronze. Pretty cool. Good. That's probably a clear mine. That's pretty cool. Everything in here is pretty cool. What does this guy want? 1211. 1211. 1211. 1211. 1211. 10% increased. 40C. 4. Radio. Okay. You need reduced if skill duration not increased. Okay. Going back. I'll ideal this crap and then we can price it in a sec. And I did. This isn't what you're here for, but I'm doing it anyway. Just deal with it or skip ahead. I don't really mind. I'll talk about the synthesized bases in a sec, and I will show you the numbers on the boss drops in relation to rings, to hats, to gloves, to shields. This is garbage. Cool. We'll be back for all this other stuff later. Oh my god, I really don't want to ID this. But I'm gonna have to, aren't I? I'll just ID this and price this later when we do the time skip. Here's the rings. What's this? 128 rings, 144 rings. What's 12 times 12? 12 times 12 is 144 plus this. Clear. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's say 9. 9 times 12. 9 times 12 minus 3 plus 144 is 249. I killed 400 bosses. I missed one drop. I think it was a ring, but we're not going to talk about that. I'm ashamed that I ripped all the portals to that fight. It was terrifying. It was immune to poison, it was immune to fire, and it had fizz defense, and it had resistance. All of my builds, none of my builds worked, but I got him at the same time I died on the last portal, and I was so happy he didn't drop anything really expensive. That being said, he could have dropped something really expensive. 249 rings out of 400 drops. So what's that, like 400 divided by 249, and that's how I get the ratio? No, it's 249 divided by 400 to get the percentage of 62% of the drops were rings. That's all we should care about. 62% of the drops were rings. Here's some cool shit. Let me just find my other... Here's all the other crap. If you want to know the numbers, you can figure them out yourself. Should I go through the implicits on this? Is there anything we care about? Endurance. +1 endurance charges on a shield with bleeding cannot be inflicted on you. That's actually, and crit chance for spells. What the fuck is that? That's beautiful. Holy shit. Okay. Frenzy... I haven't looked at any of these. Frenzy charges, reduced ailment duration, and chaos damage. That's pretty fucking cool. What's the other one? Frenzy, endurance, power. And it'll be on a hat. Oh my god. That's probably the only thing I've got that's actually got power charges on it. So I got one of each. Wait, let me check over here. Okay, cool. But I will put this in here. Dude, the Holy Trinity. It's glorious. That is amazing. In my mind, that is fucking amazing. It's probably crap, but I'm, I'm keeping this forever, basically. Okay. I kept all the small stuff that's synthesized. Basically, how I priced my synthesized stuff was I filled quad tabs full of stuff that looked cool, right? There was a lot of stuff that was cool, and there's a lot of stuff that looked cool, and then of the stuff that looked cool, I put it in a public tab, and I just waited for people to DM me, hey, I would like to buy your bow for 16x, and then I'd price it, and they were just scammers. Everyone was trying to scam me when I got good shit. So that's how I know the really good shit. And then from that, I vended everything that no one whispered me on, which probably means I did actually vendor stuff that's worth an X. Who cares? I'm not in it for money. Spent 200x, don't care. It was my project. I'm not going to tell you if this makes money. I have no fucking idea. I just wanted to see what I got. So this stuff's all garbage. This stuff is cool stuff along with this stuff, which is cool stuff. Not really sure if any of it's worth anything. This stuff is my stuff that was really expensive. And then also currency drops. This isn't even all the gem cutters, because I gave like 700 to some other people, so maybe like 3,000 gem cutters and 3,000 chisels would have dropped, so that's like 30x in gem cutters, and I don't know what the chisel rate is. Yeah, a couple of unmaking drops, so these do drop from high tier maps, so I got 5 in 400 maps, so maybe it's 1 every 100 maps or so. Would be a nice average. Where's my number 1 tab? So 11 natural X drops, then again, some of these could have came from like fragments. Got a fractured fossil, I got a unnatural instinct, I think is what this is called. 2 of these dropped. So these are from this one, neural pathways. I was surprised that they could drop in the map that they are in, if that makes sense. So they dropped on the 261st map and the 387th map. I got a void battery and 3 cold iron points. This one dropped corrupted because that's one of the map modifiers. I got a shabs, and I got a Hyrizaya, and I got a bunch of things to corrupt. And these are my good bases, and I just scrolled over one because I accidentally did it. But these are my good bases. So I got 4 good bases, which I'll show you in a sec. But before I do that, we'll talk about the shit one. Skip ahead if you want to see them. I don't care. Do what you want. Plus the supported gems, unwavering stance on a shield. That's garbage. Recover, that's garbage. Effect a curse is garbage. Okay, I didn't veto. I didn't check all these ones, but I just kept them because they're cool. Weapon strength. Max life is energy shield. I think that's fairly good, maybe. I mean, I'm not pricing it. Let's price it. It doesn't show up on my price checker. Cool. Weapon range, cool stuff, cool beans, socket supported gems. Let's go these ones. These ones, like I slightly identified because I was looking around and snooping. This is a crude bow with chaos damage. That's pretty cool, I like to think. This is a convert fizz to fire. It's like an X, maybe. Movement speed isn't actually any good. Frenzy charge and crit charge on hit isn't any good. Minimum endurance charges on titanium. Okay, fine. I'll show you the good stuff. In my mind, the good stuff. I don't know if it is actually the good stuff. I got this early on, which is worth... Wait, no, this was the first one to drop. I think it's like 30 to 50x or something. My price checker is actually working on this. Let me load this up. Like this, and I'll get rid of that. I'm gonna keep the hubris, maybe. It's like 30 to 50x, maybe. And I'll have to craft it to get, like, mana reservation. I don't know if that's an essence or something. I'm gonna make maybe a crafting video as well. This was the second thing to drop. Spells have 70% chance to deal damage. Ironically enough, I got this early on in Ritual on a different base, and I sold it for like 20x or 40x or something. I sold it for 40x, and I basically bought all my gear and shit for my builds, and then I continued mapping. They're worth... Oh yeah, this dropped on an eye level 86 map. So the eye level 80 might be worth less than an eye level 86 one. Let's turn off this, so it's just bow, eye level 86. Turn this on, get rid of the roll, and then search it. It's 85 to 115, and then mine's like 17. So yeah, 85 to 115. That's for the base, I think. That's like not even crafted. Crafted is like 150 or something like that. So I'm 70 to 80x. This was like 30 something. So, and this one, what price track am I using? Awakened Potrade macro, I think. Highborn bow, eye level 80 bow, +1 support gems, price check at 20x-ish. This is the one people offered me 16 on, but I guess there's more on the market now. So maybe 16 wasn't a scam rate. I got offered for this 120x bow, 70x, 70 to 150x bow. I got offered, I think, 10x consistently. This helmet I got offered 5x on. On my last map, my very last map that I did, I got this. Which maybe it's not good because it's a mace, but it's a one-handed weapon with explodey. So don't go into bloody this expecting explodey shit, because I went through 399 maps not getting an explodey thing. it took so long to farm these synthesized maps because I checked each thing on the floor synthesized individually. So many 12 decks, so many 6% increased int, so many garbage. You could probably get a filter that automatically searches them. I'm not sure, and I wouldn't trust it even if I did, because it was kind of like really fun. Ironically, it was slow and painful, and I hated every minute, but it was really fun to check each thing on the floor and then finally get some good shit and get the tingly feelings. They're my good things. You can turn off the video now. I will probably craft some of these. I don't know what, but I'll try my hand to craft the bows because I know how to do those. 6% int rings are worth like 10x. 6% int and stuff was mostly on belts, and I knew that wasn't worth anything because most people would just get hunter and craft them anyway. I haven't looked at my rings. I picked up every ring, and I didn't price check any of them. Every tiny small thing that dropped synthesized I picked up. So there could be some good shit in here. So just yell at me what you think is good, like you just said, with 6% int. It was slow and painful. I hated every minute of it, but it was fun. Decide which. No, yeah, they're both accurate. Percent. Shit. Intelligence. I shouldn't have ID'd them. Rings with intelligence. This is a terrible way to do things. I don't think I got any. This dropped corrupted, which is really fucking annoying. There's map mods that make things drop corrupted. Is this a synthesis? It says implicit modifier. It doesn't say corrupted implicit modifier, which means this was a synthesized thing, and now it is corrupted, and I hate everything. Hate everything. This ruined the entire farm. Stuff that is unset that drops synthesized don't have sockets, which is annoying as fuck, but that's okay. I will show you each of these individually. +1 power charges, multi. I'll just not even read them out loud. I'll just hover over them, and if you see anything amazing, you let me know in the comments / chat, because, I mean, you'll have to pause it and go through it like that. If you know anything about me, all this shit, except the really good stuff, except this, because I really like this, just me, I really like this. I really like this as an item. I'm going to keep it on ID. Everything else, I'm just going to vendor, even though I like some of them. I'll keep some shit because I'm a hoarder, but I'm gonna vendor like all this shit. So that's just how I am. There we go. 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 But yeah, like everything in this tab, I'm probably just gonna vendor because I can't be asked selling stuff. That's just how I am. They're the rings, which I will sort somehow by implicits and ID them in the next video, probably. I already kind of sorted the ruby ones into like complete shit, I'm not sure's, and these are probably worth identifying because I have at least a damage or life mod on them. I haven't sorted all the other ones, but I sorted the ruby ones. Please let me know what to look out for on rings, so when I when I identify all the rings and shit like that, I know what I'm looking for. Or I'm gonna just do it in a voice chat with a bunch of people who know how to play the game, because I don't know how to play the game, I just farm shit. Yeah. Anything else that I need to show you? I don't think so. Oh yeah, that's the currency, I showed you all that. I think that's everything. That was a way better and more nicely summarized video than the previous one. Oh yeah, I'm gonna identify all this and price check all the garbage. And then I think we're done. Very generically price checking things. This is worth a little bit of money because it's a Cola Brother. That's how it works. This is worth money because it's got a high evasion rating and a close to perfect, one-off perfect global crit multiplier. This is worth money because it's got max spell damage while no mana is reserved compared to this one, which is shit. So that's how that works. Milo makes it worth money just generically. Anything else in here that's worth money? This dropped corrupted, but I kept it because it's got crit multi, generic damage, poison, and life. I mean, that's pretty goddamn sexy satisfying. Strength reduced 10. It's got the least reduced int and fairly high strength. I wonder if that's worth anything. Actually, didn't check this. Strength and reduced, but put it over here instead. Search 10C, that's not too bad. Abyssus, everyone loves abyssuses. Anything else generically in here that's worth anything? Not that I know of. Although I wouldn't mind throwing a divine at this. What's this got? Crap. Should I divine this? I mean, why not? Fucking shits and giggles. I'm also going to vow those face breakers and make sure this is very far away from where the vows are going. Bang. Damn it. Bang. Damn it. White sockets for everyone's. You rocked up in the middle of the video? Yep, it's basically the end of it now. Here we go. Oh my god, I got shit. Oh yeah, the corrupted bloody map modifiers that wrecked one of my cold iron points. Drops a lot of 6 links, so this isn't the number of divines that drop. This is just a number that is fused with 6 links also. Bang! Where'd my quant go? Okay, it's basically everything. A shit ton of those, we all know that. We all knows that. I will go through these. What's good on these? Power charges? Power charges. Wow, look at all the +1 power charge rings that I got. Man, I'm gonna be rich. These definitely aren't power charge duration. Actually, don't know. Power charge duration. Spell damage per power charge. Spell damage per power charge. Spell damage per power charge. Why are these down here? They're supposed to be good. Power charge duration. Power charge duration. Power charge duration. Spell damage per power charge. Increased power charge duration and power charge duration, and spell damage per power charge flammability. So no money there. That's fine, although there's a bunch of stuff, let me know what's good. Yep. And in here, anything good in here, high valued in here, anything in here worth over 50 chaos. +1 cold res, cold is extra chaos damage, a shit ton of life, and I can fix the fire res, maybe? Slower projectile trap, really? Assassin's Mark on hit, lightning, not really. Maybe Assassin's Mark on hit, just generically is good. Maybe, not sure, don't know. Kept all the leather belts because people like chance carrying them into headhunters, so no judgment there. Crit multi, gain power of frenzy charge on kill. What? That's fucking awesome. Fizz is extra cold. Life, crit multi. Averagely amazing. I kept these because they're cool. They're both shaper ones. The attack cold damage is frozen. Tabula's not gonna vow them. Leave me alone. I like divines. And I will liquidate them into divines. Nothing really amazing there. A shit ton of Ellie res. Life. Not really anything big in here. I still don't know why the filter's making me pick up these giant ass shields. Like, I don't know. I don't know why. Don't know why filter be like that. Life, fire res, defend with double armor, elemental res, energy shield. No, not too bad. No. The problem with res these days is harvest exists. So like, this is cool, and like, that's okay-ish, and something down here. This is cool. And everything else is basically garbage unless I harvest craft it into something perfect, you know? That's okay though. I'm definitely not a gambler. I'm a gym. Better than nothing. I think that's practically the end of the video. You know, unless I get lightning damage on the gloves, I'm pretty sure that's basically everything amazing that we could possibly talk about. Oh yeah, my valleys. Hey, I know I forgot something. Boop, 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 boop. Anything, they got Ellie res. What am I going for? It's aura gems +2. Let's do it. Bang. Fuck bang. This is extra. Bang, bang, bang. I am so good at vowing. It's the only reason I farm stuff is so I can vow it. I don't think I've forgotten anything. Gift card hand-ins. Oh yeah, you wanna see how many fucking maps I have now? This wasn't 900 when I started. This was like 100. This was like not even 100. This was like 50. All my red maps were like 50 to 70, and now they're not. They're a lot higher. Along with my unique maps, like T14s probably would be dropping. Yeah, not too bad actually. Not as many as I thought. So yeah, maybe everything that's a T14 would be dropping from those specific maps I did. Apprentice Manners are not included. But yeah, those and those and those and those. Yeah. Fairly certain that's everything. Please don't let me forget anything. I think that's it. Okay, I'm gonna call it there. you have any T10 or Atoll or T19, T9, what? T9 Dark Forest for sale in bulk? Are you I just showed you my map tab and now you're trying to buy me off bulk? No, fuck off. I favorited Atoll so I can have Atolls. Pretty sure I favorited like T14 or whatever though, so no, I don't think I'll ever have any T10s. Power charge. No, power ring, unique ring video next, and then there's like 3 more memes I can think of, but I don't know if I'm ever going to do them. Armory definitely is one of them. Crafting video with that bow. I also have another meme bow that I'm trying to make. I don't know how much synthesis crafts cost in the harvest, but need 100 of them for a reason. I also need a fuck ton of white socket fossils and some white socket harvest crafts. How much do white socket harvest crafts cost? Like non-white to white or red to white? They're probably expensive, but it's so worth it for the meme. We'll see. Practically sure that's everything. Thanks for the watching of the video. My hands are really sparkly because they're sweaty. Yep, can't think of anything else to add.